How we doing, guys? This is FIFA Lords here, and I'm going to apologize very quickly for the quality of the video you're about to see. Basically, I don't have access to a laptop at the moment, and hopefully I'll get mine back tomorrow. But that's the reason why I haven't been uploading a lot this week. Usually I bring you like 3 to 5 videos a week. I haven't brought you video for like 7 days until today. So yeah, I do apologize about that. Hopefully I'll get my laptop tomorrow. So yeah, I got a couple of messages from a couple of my subscribers as well, asking like, oh, pink slip me, because I had my pink slips going on today, which kind of didn't happen because I was very badly organised, so I apologise about that, and I'm not going to pink slip you right now because I don't have anything to record the pink slip with, so it'll just kind of be a bit useless. The whole reason I want a pink slip is to share the footage with everybody else to enjoy, whilst at the same time giving you the opportunity to win a player from me. So I will definitely do pink slips. As soon as I get my laptop back, I will set a date. I'll do it just like I did before. I'll set a date, and then a date and time, at least 1 to 2 days advance notice, and if anyone's available at that time, just message me. And first, like, I'll open, like all the other YouTubers do it, I'll record it all live. I'll open up the thing, and first person I see, that person's the one I'm going to play. But like, my channel isn't very big, so if that doesn't work, then I'm just going to have to think of something else, like guest number 200 and 200, or just pick a random subscriber that comments that wants to pink slip, and I'll do it with them. But anyway, we'll figure that out when the time comes. This video is about FIFA 14 World Cup Brazil, the game I had so many expectations for, and the reason is I already knew before getting into the game that the Berber spin had been downgraded from a 4-star skill to a 3-star skill move. They added some more skill moves in there, and being Brazil, we all know how Brazilians love to skill. That is their preferred game type. That's the preferred way they enjoy playing football. So I was expecting this to be a skill-orientated FIFA, and I spent about £30 on FIFA coins, and on top of that, I spent like 100k on coins, opening packs, and I got the sick team. I've also got some really nice players on the bench. Let me just get rid of it. Sometimes does this. There we are. Also got some very nice players on. This does it again. Sorry. I've also got some very nice players on the bench like Eto'o, Soldado, Oscar, Vidal, and I usually sub in Eto'o. I had a couple of different teams where it was just like I didn't sub anyone, and then the sub system still seems to work. But I'll get into the reason why that is a bit later. I'm going to give you some positives. First, I'm going to start with the positives for this installment of FIFA. They've made it a lot more rewarding to play. You get more coins on a regular basis, and on top of that, every single game you play, you get a free player at the end of the game. You get basically get a pack at the end of every single game that you finish, and in that pack it's one free player. So that's cool. They give you a reward on every single game you play. So thank you very much for that. Do appreciate it. Packs as well, you get the extra free pack for your regular ultimate team. That's pretty cool, and you get minimum 5 players, so that's another good thing. Every single pack guaranteed minimum 5 players, so you've got a good chance of getting at least someone decent. So if you're just focusing on this game, it's kind of worth the coins, I guess, since you don't have a transfer market. But I mean, unless you pull some godly shit out of your free pack, which you're probably not going to in your regular ultimate team, it doesn't make much of a difference. But another cool little feature is if you get in your free pack in your regular ultimate team, if you then get another free pack, that free pack is actually for this FIFA 14 Brazil. So then you get another free pack in this one, which means you'll get another free pack in that one. So I guess that's a little bit cool as well. Big positives now. That was just like the slight rewarding positives. The big positives, crosses and corners have definitely been downgraded. Crosses not so much. You can still get cross goals like you can in real life. But they feel like a little bit more inconsistent than it is in regular FIFA 14 Ultimate Team. I feel like I got a better chance of scoring across on the regular one than you do on this one. So that's kind of a good thing. And the corner's definitely been downgraded. I played 20 games, got minimum 2 corners a game, and I only scored 4 goals. I only scored 4 goals on the corners. So that's great. And like on the corners, like I think the players were like jumping over my players somehow, like climbing over my shoulders or something like that. I don't really know. But I'm happy about that because I didn't really have to worry much. I didn't concede many corners on top of that either. So I didn't really have to worry, oh, it's 90th minute, I'm winning by 1 goal. He's got a very good chance of scoring. Yes, he's got a chance of scoring, but it's a very inconsistent chance. So that's a good thing. And they've also downgraded the long over-the-top through balls. The KSI no longer exists. I'm sure someone somewhere is going to get it, and then I'm sure if you do it enough, you're obviously going to get it eventually. But it's so much more difficult because the long range over the tops have become a lot less accurate than they used to be, which is definitely a positive. The short range over the tops are still OP, but you can defend against short range over the tops if you know what you're doing. So yeah, there's that. Now, I think that's all the positives. Over the top. So I believe that's all the positives, but I'm going to get into some grinding negatives. This is not a skill-orientated game. And like, oh, you might be thinking, oh, that's fine, don't really care, because I don't skill that much. Or if you are a skiller, you're going to be disappointed. But the reason this is not a skilling game is just... How would I describe this? Close range interceptions. I think that's the closest I can get to describing it. And I'm going to get in depth what I mean about close range interceptions. As soon as a player gets close to you, it feels like your player suddenly loses his agility, his balance, and on top of that he picks up a diving trait. Because all I saw in this FIFA, more than anything else, is players on the floor. I'm sorry, but that is not good enough. That is really not good enough. When the opponent gets close to you and you try to clear it as well, like it creates ping pong. You try to move, like skill past them, it becomes ping pong. You try and clear it, it becomes ping pong. There is only one way out of it, and that is to through ball or pass. And that's the other big thing. The through balls are so ridiculously overpowered. But I mean, they are unreal kind of overpowered. It's just you do a through ball and someone's going to get on the end of it if they've got a bit of pace on them. So what they've done, fucking bastards, what they've done to reduce the OP-ness of through balls, they have reduced the pace of all the fucking strikers. Eto is a fast player. He's got 92 pace, I think it is, in regular Ultimate Team. In this, he's got 90 pace. Anyone that's not a striker kind of kept their pace roughly where it was before, but like all the strikers' paces have been downgraded by the looks of it so far to me, compared to the regular Ultimate Team. So EA knows that the through balls, that means to me, that what that tells me is EA knows their through balls are OP. So instead of fixing that, what they've done is downgraded players to make it less overpowered. Fuck you, EA, what the hell is that about? You're not meant to downgrade players to play around a broken game, because this game is definitely fucking broken. And just getting back into skilling, like, yes, the skill moves actually do work quite well. The new skill moves and everything, they work quite well when you have space around you. If you're in the space, it's really good. Like skill moves look fantastic, and some of the new skill moves they got I really enjoyed. And what that does, like when you got the space, when you do skill moves, it makes it more difficult for your opponent to predict where you're going next, which is great. That's one thing I use skill moves for anyway in the regular Ultimate Team when I've got space. But the other thing I use skill moves for is to create space, or get into a space to make a pass, or get into a space to create more space with more skill moves, combo them together and create a fantastic looking goal that you've seen quite a few in my previous videos. You cannot do that. I mean, I got a couple of nice skill runs, but I had to grind so hard to get those skill runs. It was unreal. I was gritting my teeth, hoping I wouldn't get into a ping pong situation with a defender. Because as soon as someone gets close, like I said, as soon as someone is close, imagine Ibra's balance. Imagine if Robin had Ibra's balance. Robin's got a diving trait. The only thing that saves him is his good balance. He doesn't have aggression or freaking thingy. But just imagine if Robin had no balance. That's how every single player feels. Even Hazard, even Gundogan, Eto. Jordi Alba was actually the best feeling player in the fucking game. I sometimes moved Jordi Alba up as a fucking striker because he's the only one that really... for some reason Jordi Alba kind of got away with it. But on average, every other player... I mean, even I say Jordi Alba got away with it, he still got punished by it, but he seemed to be able to skill past a bit better than other players were able to. But, oh, Jesus Christ, EA, what the flipping hell? That really, really, really annoyed me. The fact that... But basically, this is a very one-dimensional game. FIFA 14 with all the bugs, the regular FIFA 14 with all the bugs it's got, with all the FIFA aids that you get, and all the rage that it creates, it's still a very in-depth game. Yeah, you can have a one-star gameplay where you just cross. You can have a one-star gameplay where you're just over the top. You can have a two-dimensional gameplay where you mix between crossing over the topping. But FIFA 14 gives you so much more depth. It allows you to play a real three-dimensional games where you can mix all these things along with the skill moves and do some absolutely fantastic-looking goals. But in this game, it's if you got space, skill. If your opponent gets close to you, do a through ball. And what basically happens is your opponent's probably still close to you now that they've done the through ball, so then you have to kind of just one-touch through ball up the pitch and just pass it around until someone's in a position to take a shot or in your position to make a cross, because you can still get a goal off the cross, we all know. I mean, it's always going to be like that. And that is just not, that's not good enough. That is not good enough. I feel sorry for people that actually paid for this game for the last gen, because it's just a waste of fucking money. It really is a waste of money. There's no depth. There is really no depth in this game, but it does have so much potential. The reward system it's got is really good, and the new chemistry system it's got is really good. But the chemistry system doesn't work because of how broken the how broken the through balls are. It doesn't matter if you've got a team with no chemistry, you're still going to have just as, a team with chemistry versus a team with no chemistry. It's whoever can do better through balls wins the game. It doesn't matter about chemistry. Chemistry's got absolutely nothing in it, in my opinion. Players do take some funky-ass touches. Even after the 10-game loyalty, they take some funky-ass touches, which I'm not too keen about either. This was a really disappointing installment of FIFA. The game mechanics are very half-assed. It looks pretty-ish. The players do look a bit too big. The scale model in this one, the players look a lot bigger, which is kind of I don't like it. But I don't know. It feels like they really rushed it, and the game mechanics are just pure lazy. They're very, very pre-old gen or current gen. They're pre-current gen kind of game mechanics, and I was really disappointed with that. And shooting was so inconsistent. In FIFA 14 you got the OP far net, and if you're in this position, this is a finesse shot. But this one, there's no such thing as, if you're in this position, this shot's got more chance. It is just whenever EA wants you to score, you will score. And if EA wants you to score, the keeper's not going to stop it. I've done and conceded some ridiculous long shot goals. And there are other times where I've got an easy goal on target, I'm on my strong foot, and then somehow, there's a couple of occasions where I even took a shot, and not only was it not on target, it didn't even go out for a freaking goal kick. It was so off target, it went out for throw-ins. The shooting was absolutely unreal kind of bullshit. But not all the time. There was only a couple of games where that happened, and maybe that's just due to some lag or some server issues they're having. But I mean, some games the shooting did feel fine. But there are some games where I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I really couldn't believe what I was seeing. This game has got a lot of aids. The aids really come from those close range interceptions, the ping pong. It feels like when two players get close to each other, or if two players touch each other, that's even worse. It feels like the players are magnets, and the ball is then a metallic object that bounces between these magnets until one of them somehow gets the ball from somewhere, or the ball gets cleared and someone picks it up. So yeah, this game is really dead to me. I would play it once a week to see if EA fixes the bugs, because if they do fix the bugs, this game has got a lot of potential. It can be one of the really, really good FIFAs, especially with this new chemistry link-up thing they've got. I think I mentioned that a little while ago. But you can make some crazy-ass good squads with this that you couldn't in the previous one. And obviously there's some crazy-ass squads they can make in the previous one they can't make in this one. But it's just a nice little change-up. So I was actually really looking forward to getting some good players and getting Ronaldo. Ronaldo's now a European member, and you can put some ridiculous players around him. So I'm just sad I'm sad I don't want to do that anymore. I say, what the hell is the point of having Ronaldo if skilling is dead? Because Ronaldo is your skiller. Pace is definitely very important in this FIFA. Pace is hugely important. Strength is also kind of important as well. Yeah, yes, if the ball is between players, it ping-pongs a lot. But if there's two people running towards the ball, strength is a massive, massive factor. It's just if you got strength and pace, the people with strength and pace, like that's why Jordi Alba did well. He did have a little bit of strength. I felt he had a bit of strength on him anyway. But the problem is, if you then touch the ball and your opponent's still touching you, you're probably going to hit the floor. But anyway, I've rambled on for far too long. It's been 15 minutes now. This is FIFA Lords here. This is my review of the FIFA 14 Brazil World Cup. My opinion is stay away from it. And if you're going to play it, do it very lightheartedly. Don't spend any of your money on it and just have fun with it. Just honestly, just have fun. Don't play this game on a competitive level and don't spend money on it. So this is FIFA Lords here. I hope you enjoy this video and I'll see you guys on my next upload.